Good afternoon and welcome to my channel, That Good Job, Pursuing Your Passion and Following Your Dreams. I'm Michelle McCallop, your host and founder, and this channel is devoted to helping people discover their passions and finding their dream job. There are so many people, many of you out there that I'm talking to today, that are going to a job every day that you hate, that you get no contentment or fulfillment out of. It just pays the bills. But I've been blessed to have a career that I really enjoy for more than 20 years as an author, a former award-winning journalist, and an entrepreneur. And I want to teach you how you can find your dream job as well. I've written 2 books on the subject called That Good Job, A Guide to Pursuing Your Passions and Following Your Dreams, and Good Job, Pursuing Your Passions and Following Your Dreams. And in the books, I share tips and strategies that have helped me along the way that I know will help you too. So today I want to give you 3 tips for getting on the path of discovering your passions and following your dreams and discovering your dream job and getting that dream job that you really love. The first step is to ask yourself, what is it that you want? You know, there are people that have been going to jobs for so long that they really have no clue as to what they want to do. They have no clue as to what they like to do. So the first step is to ask yourself a series of questions. Find a quiet place and ask yourself a series of questions to figure out what is it that you want to do. The first question is, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you like to do? What is it that you would do if you didn't have to worry about paying the bills? What would you do 8 hours a day if you didn't have to worry about paying the bills? What is it that you get lost in doing, that you can spend hours on end doing, and time just flies quickly, but you're getting so much enjoyment and contentment out of it that it doesn't even matter? What makes you happy? And that's a big question, because I've done workshops across the country and met people in these good job workshops that have no clue as to what makes them happy. They've been doing jobs that makes their parents happy, that makes their mama happy, or their daddy happy, or their spouse happy. But you have to ask yourself, what makes you happy? At the end of the day, you need to be happy. You need to go to a job that you really enjoy. So what makes you happy? So think about all of those things. Carve out some time at the end of your day, maybe when the kids are in bed, to really think about those things, to think about what you want, what you like. What are some things that you've always wanted to do that you've never gotten a chance to do? You know, I know doctors who really wanted to be dancers. You know, I know journalists who went into sales, a totally different area. So people do it every day. They change careers and they change their course. And it's your life. You can change it whenever you'd like. And so ask yourself those series of questions. Number 2, is it very important to write it down. You have to write it down and find yourself a nice journal. I love journals. I collect them all the time. Nice journal, or just a notebook, or just a tablet, pen and paper. But it's important that you put it pen to paper, because the statistics show that you increase your chances of achieving your goals when you write it down. So find a notebook, I call it the dream notebook, and write down the answers to those questions that you've just asked yourself about what is it that you like, what is it that you want to do. And let's dream big. After all, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. So don't limit yourself. Just list all those things that you've ever been interested in doing and put it in this notebook. And so it's important to do that. And the third thing is that you have to develop a plan to get from where you are now to where you want to be. You know, I always say that people spend more time planning their vacations than they do planning their life. You know, on a vacation, you got to decide where you're going, who you're going with. You got to get your money right? But in life, they think these things should just happen. Well, nothing just happens. Successful people are successful because they made a plan and they followed it. And in order for you to be successful in your career and reach your dream job or your goals, you're going to have to develop a plan. And that plan should include a timeline. You just can't say, oh, I wish I could go to Paris one day. Oh, I want to be a journalist. Or, oh, one day I want to go back to school. One day is nowhere on the calendar. You have to figure out a date, Monday through Sunday, January through December. and put that as part of your plan, that I want to go back to school and get my master's in the spring of 2022. I want to go to Paris in the fall of 2023. So you have to be very specific with your plan, and also list a series of action items that you're going to take to get closer to your goals. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could just be starting out doing research at the library, whatever it is that you're interested in. If you want to go back to school, getting online, checking out the schools that you may be interested in, finding out what it takes to get there and what you need to get admitted to the schools. So those are the 3 things, and then we'll talk about where you go from there. So stay tuned. But again, those 3 things are: figure out what you want to do. Number 2 is to write it down in your dream journal. And number 3 is to develop a plan. And most importantly, develop a timeline. When are you going to get it done? So have a great time doing your homework, and then we'll talk about the next steps from there. Thank you.